Hello, everyone. Uh, I'm hoping you're here. I'm trying to see how I can. I'm hoping you're here. Oops, let me turn it. Trying to see how I can. I'm hoping you're here. Oops, let me turn it. Trying to see how I can. All right. I'm hoping you're here. Let me turn it. Trying to see how I can. Well, it shows it's pinned. I'm just trying to. I don't see it at the top of this one. It shows it's pinned. I'm just trying to. I don't see it at the top of this one. All right. Sorry, people. I'm getting everything set up here. Still not used to this. Still trying to get everything set up to see what's going on. I know it's pinned at the top of the one that at the one that's got the phone view. I got it on the other one, so we'll just hopefully it's pinned there too. It just doesn't show me that it's pinned. So, hello everyone. If you're there, thank you for coming. And I do have different ones. Let's see. I got Anime Reyes. And that's the only one that's being shown as being in the chat. So the one I can see. So if anybody else is there, sorry about that. I did do a little checking today. I think I've told you all before, I was thinking about getting my motorcycle endorsement. I'm still here in listen to me. Still here in New York. I'm did a little checking that's doable. I can do it. It'll take about 2 weeks to get my license, so I have to do it fairly quickly. Once the training opens up, I have to do the training really quick, then put in for my new license, and I'll have that before I go to the Philippines. So that made me happy. I just checked that out. Said it'd take about 10 days to 2 weeks to get the new license. And I don't know why that one's slower than these. But, anyway, let's do this now. So I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the last Sunday, those of you in the Philippines, of December. And this is the last Saturday here. I'm on a 5-day weekend. Thanksgiving was a holiday where our work at was shut down, and we don't work if the place is shut down and we don't get paid for it. And I thought, well, I gotta take either take it as an unpaid or paid day off. I got the time, so I took Thanksgiving as a paid day off, and I thought I don't really want to go back in, work one day, then take 3 more off. So I took Friday as a paid day off as well. So I took a long weekend. I would have gone up to see my brother-in-law and my youngest nephew, but they were calling for snow between here and there, which they got. We got a little bit of snow here yesterday, and a little bit the day before. But today it got warm enough that most of that melted. But that's here. I'm 4 hours south. Jen Mike, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Well, good evening here. Good morning there. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the like. But like I said, though, I was checking on my new driver's license. I don't need a new one. I can get by on the one I got, but I want that motorcycle endorsement before I go to the Philippines. And so I'm going to wait and in April, part of April. Hey,
Hello.
Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're perfect then.
All right, yep. Now, if Jen wants to come up, she's welcome to come up and talk with you.
Yeah. We just got off the phone with each other, so
okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I was earlier today, not too long ago. actually maybe an hour. I got online on Google and I did a search. And Jen Mike said, "Wow, Mike, guapo." She got poor taste.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did. I did, like I said, got on there and I asked how long it would take, to take the training. I can have the training done in 2 days. All right. And then I can go down, but I have to have the motorcycle permit before that. But there's places that you don't have to own your own motorcycle or anything to take the training.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to one of those places. And you complete that, you don't have to take a road test. You go in, show them the paperwork that you've gone through the requirements, and you can get your motorcycle endorsement. And so that's what I'm going to do. And it says take about 10 to 14 days.
That's cool.
Before they mail it to you. But you can do once you got all that information, you go in that same day, you put in for renew your your car license and put in for the motorcycle, not permit, but the motorcycle endorsement. And I want to do that because when I go, hey, Dad, how you doing? I want to do that because when I go, I want to be able to rent a bike, whether I, I don't know if I ever will, but I want the ability to rent one. I used to ride motorcycles. It's been years, but I rode a 750, what they call a 754. It was 750, then FOUR. It was a Honda. They made them for like 3 years. I want to say it was 74, 75, 76, if I remember right. Mine was a 74. So it was either the first or second year of those bikes. They later on dropped the 4 and just made it CB 750. And the 4 was one of the first 4-cylinders that Honda was making. So they had a 354 and they had, the 754. And like I said, they just later on dropped the 4 and just made it CBs.
Yeah.
And I rode that bike for a few years. I got a nice scar on my chest from riding that bike, and I rode the same bike for a few more years after that. So yeah, I'm actually was a biker because I've been, like I said, had my chest cut, and then I rode the same bike for almost 4 more years. But so I want to get that endorsement. And if I do get a bike or rent a bike over there, it's going to be a small one. I don't think it'd be anything bigger than a 250.
You probably won't even need a license.
You got to have a permit, a license if you want to, after so long, if you want to ride a bike in the Philippines, yes. If you want to do it legally, you got to have an endorsement.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to take my dog.
I think you can do it for maybe the first month or so without it. But after that, your U.S. license is no longer good. And if you want to rent a bike, you got to have an endorsement. And then you got to take all that over there and do it all over there. By doing it this way, I can get a Filipino license after I'm there for so long, and it'll just transfer everything. No, I was just an angel, Diane. You said Hell's Angel, Larry? No. I didn't belong. I'm not a person that likes to join any group that's going to decide. And I did it for the Navy, but that was for the country. I'm talking about besides that, I really don't want to join a group that's going to decide who I like and who I don't like, and who I fight and who I don't fight. Because if you're in a gang and they want to go to war with another gang, you don't have a choice. You go to war with the other gang. And yeah, I could have been I had some people back when I was in high school. Never wore leathers. I wore a lean jean jacket. But anyway, when I was back in high school, I had a up and starting motorcycle gang wanted me to join their group as a an associate, like because I was too young to actually be a full-fledged member, and I told them no thanks. I wasn't into it. I just can't see it. I mean, I was never into causing trouble just to cause trouble or getting in fights because somebody else wanted to fight. I'm not saying I never fought. I did have fights when I was younger. Even in my 20s, I had a few fights, but they were because I was going to do it. Now, our Filipino adventure. Now, is this Kevin? And change your channel name?
That's Mike.
Huh? No,
What?
there's our Filipino adventure just came up. I think that's the guy who used to be our American Filipino adventure. And it was our American and Filipino adventure. He's married to a Filipina, and they're getting ready to go back to the Philippines to live for good. That's who I think it is. And that's Kevin. All right, it is Kevin. All right, it is Kevin. Yeah. I thought it was. I like your name change. I'm going to have to change my name when I move over. If I'm yelling, let me know if I'm getting too loud. I have a tendency to talk louder when I'm not right there. But I'm going to have to change my channel name when I go. And so I haven't decided what I'm going to change it to, but I'll have something to do with the Philippines probably. Like Lazy Larry in the Philippines or Triple L in the Philippines. Who knows? I'll change it to something. Now, I do know my first live will be what I'm going to call my first live. Guess where I'm at?
Yeah.
Because that will be my first live. Guess where I'm at? And I got Mike and Jen's journey.
Now, that's me.
How come you're on that one and not on this one?
I'm on the chat, the lower chat too.
Yeah. But
saying hi to folks down there.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a way to combine these. And no, I don't want to leave. It says leave studio. No, I'm not leaving the studio.
Yeah.
Not doing that. I had a combine last week, and I can't remember what I did now.
What'd you do?
Last week, I had both streams combined together.
I don't know, but you got two of you and two of me on there.
Yeah, there's two of me as well. One is the phone view, and the other one is the laptop or computer view.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, now you're like me. You're on both. We're the same now.
Okay.
But there's supposed to be a way to combine these. Combine these two the two chats. But I don't see the way to. I did it last week, and I thought I had it figured out, but right now it's not quite so bad because you're the only one on that one. Everybody else is on this other one. At least you're. Yeah, just leave it. No, leave it like you had it.
Yeah, I will.
Leave it like that.
I will. I just had to go and get it so I had my charging cable right too.
Yeah, well, I had to put a charging cable on this one. It was down to 5.
Wow.
I forgot about it. I got this one up to 100. And so.
Yeah.
Dan says he was getting dizzy with you changing the cameras around like that.
Oh.
But yeah, like I said, so I'm thinking about when I get the new license, changing my permanent home address. But I got to talk to some people and see if they're willing to let me do it. It's some family members. I'm sure they will. but I don't want to do it. I don't want to announce that I'm doing it for sure until I talk to them. I could do it with either two different family members. One's here in New York and one's back in Indiana. The one in New York would be the easier one to do.
Yeah.
But that's when I'm planning. That's when I got to talk. Like I said, I got to talk to him first. It's a Mel, and see if he'll do it. If not, then I'll talk to one of my sisters and get permission from them to do it. But both places, Indiana and New York, both of them, you have to have the permit. You have to go through the training or take the road test. But to do the road test, I'd either have to rent a bike in Indiana or find a school that provides the bike.
A lot of Harley Davidson places do.
Well, I don't want a big bike. I want a small bike to train on.
Well, yeah, they give you a little 250 little Chinese bike, a little Japanese bike.
Well,
but
it was in September. I checked, and they closed the schools down in August. So if I thought about it earlier, I could have had it done already. But I checked, and there's a school here in Albany, New York, which is not far from where I live. I live in Water Relief. But they train you on, they got the small bikes that have automatics.
Yeah.
Which that would be nice, because let's be honest about it, that's probably what I'll ride in the Philippines. Will probably be an automatic.
Yeah.
But I'll do it with the clutch and gears too. I mean, that's what I rode before was clutch and gears. But you got to have so many hours of a classroom and then so many hours riding, and so it's not real cheap to get the endorsement. Well, Mike, if I'd have done it, I mean, Dan, listen to me. Dan, if I'd have done it when I was younger, back when I was riding, see, I never got a motorcycle endorsement, even when I was riding. In Indiana, when I was in the Navy, you didn't have to have one. Your car license, you could ride a motorcycle. And so when I got out of the Navy, and they were asking me if I wanted a motorcycle endorsement, they were giving it to anybody that asked. I said no, because I wasn't riding a bike. I rode a friend's bike a couple times, but I never owned a bike and wasn't planning on buying one. A few years later, and I do mean years later, probably about 7 years, maybe 8 years later, I decided to get a bike. Well, by then, you had to get a permit. But now in Indiana, you have a permit. You can ride your bike anywhere you want, but you without anybody being near you. All right. So you could take off and ride all over the city or from one city to another. The only regulations were you were supposed to wear a helmet, and you couldn't ride at night, and you could not give somebody a ride.
Yeah.
That was the only restrictions on a permit. And when I first got the permit, outside of wearing the helmet, hey, Mel, how you doing? I followed all the other rules at first. It didn't last long, but I did it first. And I had to pay a fee to get my permit. But the thing was, the only time you could take a road test was on Saturdays. And back in those years, I was working Saturdays. And when I was flipping days off, it'd always be on a Saturday that I had to work. Because they only did it once a month. That was it. And, hey, 1010, thanks for coming. We appreciate it. But anyway, I didn't want to take a day off without pay or use a vacation day. Because like I said, it wasn't real expensive to get a permit each year. And the permit would let me ride from March to November inclusive.
Oh.
So I just kept getting a permit every year until I quit riding. So I never did get the license endorsement. So I have to now go through this, because if I'd had the endorsement on my Indiana license, when I came to New York, I could have got my endorsement in New York at the same time, which I Probably would have done if I already had an endorsement, but I didn't. I didn't have the endorsement, so I didn't do it. So now I got to go through this because I do want that endorsement because legally in the Philippines, you're supposed to have a motorcycle endorsement on your license to rent with, from my understanding. But I think they don't really enforce it until after you've been there a month or two. Then they may try to get you. All right, Dan, you have a good time at Bowls, man. Have a cup of coffee for me. Too late at night for me to have coffee, but you have one for me. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I found out it would only take 10 to 14 days to switch the license over, and I'm not going to work. I'm going to work part of April, maybe most of it, if not all of it, and then I'm going to be here for May, and I'm not planning on leaving until June, early June. So that gives me more than enough time to get those licenses done, and I may get the license done while I'm still working. That's my plan. To do it in April, take the course, and it's like a 2-day course. One day's almost all online course, and then the next day is writing, from my understanding. And then after that, I get to things showing that I passed it, and I can go get my license and with the endorsement without doing the road test. Because like I said, if I did a road test, I'd have to rent a bike, and I really don't want to do that if I don't have to. So then I'll go get and I'll get my address, permanent home address, changed at that time. And because, like I said, I live in an apartment. If they really wanted to check and they find out I'm not in the apartment anymore, they might get a little antsy about it because somebody else lives there. But if I have a relative's address put down and I have a couple things sent there, like the license will be sent to there, maybe a couple other things, then I'll show that I'm connected to that address, and it's a relative who's already living there, so it's kind of like shows we're roommates if they really want to check into it that seriously. My bank won't do that because I'm going to let them know I'm overseas. Both my banks are going to know I'm over in the Philippines, and I'm going to be over there for an extended period of time. So I'm not too worried about them. It's just, what about Social Security? They send me my information to my old address, and I'm no longer there. Well, I want to send it to the new one, and I'll have one of those email boxes or whatever they call them. I'll have to sign up for that, but you sign up for that, and I'll send it to your address, but then it'll be transferred to an email box, and they'll check it. If it's important, they'll either send you a copy via, one of the PDFs or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And if you need a hard copy, they'll mail it to you. It costs you a little extra to have it mailed to you. So I'll be getting into that once I know where I'm going to make my permanent mailing address. And but that's something I'll do later on. It's important, but it's not where I got to do it now. It's like I'll tell you in a minute, the e-file or whatever they call it. You have to do like 72 hours before you go into the Philippines. They got a form that you got to fill out, declaring how much money you're taking into the country, and it's supposed to be fairly simple. But you got 72 hours before you go in. They say a lot of people do it the day they go, because that way, if something happens, you have to go later. You're staying within the. We got somebody coming up. Let's see who this is. Hello, Edward. How you doing? No, Edward, if you're not going to talk, I'm going to take you down. All right, bye. I'm not going to have somebody come up playing music, probably trying to get me in trouble. He's not. I don't believe he belongs as a. I don't remember that name, so I don't think he's a regular follower.
No.
And he had his picture. Whether that was his picture or not, I don't know. He had his picture. Usually I make them show their face. But I try to keep it down. But like I said, yeah, it's getting interesting. The closer we get to the time to go, the anxious. I don't know if that's the correct term or not. Uh, I would think anxious is close to what I'm thinking. Ready to go. I mean, I'm talking me fit mentally, not me uh, uh, physically ready because I don't have everything ready yet.
Yeah.
Uh, I gotta buy some containers. Hey, Michelle Lee, how you doing? Thanks for coming. I gotta buy some containers for my pictures, and so I'm gonna do that. I don't know which. I gotta decide what pictures I'm taking, what ones I'm not. I'm gonna put them in. I'm not taking my picture frames. I'll get rid of them. Uh, I probably won't take any of my movies or my books. I might take my cruise books, my military cruise books, and maybe my high school yearbooks. But that'd be the only books I'll take. Uh, so yeah, there's a lot of things I still got to decide. I'm buying stuff for the trip. Uh, I bought a couple of suitcases that are TSA approved. Hey, girlie, how you doing? Thanks for coming.
Early.
Yeah. For some reason, she's always up there, but not over here. Oh, because she's on the other one, so they are combined. Just noticed that. Okay. Because I got on one cell phone, I got it this way, and on the other cell phone, I got it this way. You know, the two different styles. And she's on the same one that you're on, but it does show up over on my computer, but not on the phone. So, all right, now we know. And Girlie just said hi to you, Sir Mike.
Yeah. Hi, girly.
And Michelle's saying hi to everybody. So yeah,
Yeah, Michelle.
uh, we're just trying to. Now, I don't think the people on the opposite ones can see it. So it depends on which one you're on. You might be able to see hers, but not Michelle. Jen Mike's on the same one I'm on, which is the one that's like this, where our pictures are horizontal, not vertical. Pictures are this way, not that way. And you're on the ones like this. So you don't always
My,
see everybody.
mine is my phone is set like this though.
Yeah, but you came on the other one.
Oh, okay.
So, you switched your phone picture, but you're still in that other chat, which is fine. I mean, if somebody says something to you directly, and I'll let you know. Michelle Lee just said, hello, Sir Larry. Hello, co-host. That's Michelle Life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just, like I said, it really is wanting to move forward to, like I said, it's almost December, man.
Yeah.
I'll even get more excited, and maybe that's a better word than anxious. Excited. I'll even
Yeah.
get more excited in January, and then February, and March. I'll be out of my friggin' mind. And so yeah, it just right now. I'm slowly going through stuff. I'm not doing it every week because I got a lot of time yet to go through the stuff, but I gotta start clearing some things up. Throwing some stuff away that I know I will no longer need or give it away if it has any value. And I'm not talking about furniture. I plan on selling the furniture. I'm talking about clothing. Some of the clothing I'll give away. Some of it I won't be able to till just about the time I leave
Yeah.
because like my winter coat. I'm going to need it until I'm ready to. Actually, I got more than one winter coat. Won't be able to get rid of my winter coats until after winter's over. And then I'll probably get rid of most of my spring jackets before I leave too. I'll take one or two jackets, and that'll be it. Um, and then I'll probably get rid of most of my short sleeve shirts because I'll be wearing long sleeve shirts because I don't want to be exposed to the sun too much
Yeah.
because of my problem with skin cancer. I don't have cancer. I've had one spot that was right here. The rest of it's just be pre-cancer. But we want to keep it as that, Are you tired there, Mike?
Huh?
I said, are you tired?
Oh, just a little bit. My sugar's high.
Okay, mine is too. Mine was over 300 today.
Yeah.
It was 287 yesterday. Today's a little over 300.
Oh, it's been up there in 300s. I'm trying to get past it, but it's so hard. And I got whatchamacallit, sleep apnea.
Yeah, I got sleep apnea. I have that. And because your sugar is high, you don't sleep as well. And that
Yeah.
helps keep your sugar high. And one of the problems I have, I do like junk food. But another problem I have is that I used to walk 10,000 steps or more every day. And I could walk 10,000 steps without stopping. And I did that a lot. I'd go out and just, on my days off, just go walking for a while just to, burn off energy, and that helped keep my
Yeah.
sugar down. Well, now I got a bum arch. My right arch kills me after about 1,500 to 2,000 steps. My foot's hurting like crazy. And I've been trying different arch supports, and so far it's nothing's worked. I may have to go to Goodfoot.
Well, I got shoes from the VA. I'm thinking that if you could too, if you go to the podiatrist, talk to the podiatrist,
I've been there once, and they gave me this one thing, and it didn't work worth a dilly darn.
or
So I'm
they,
going to go back and talk to them again because they said something about having one made. But
yeah,
they may not want to because it's been so long since I've been to them. But they're the ones they're talking about having made are supposed to last a year or longer. See, I'll be wearing tennis shoes or boots most of the time. I will wear water shoes if I'm going to go walking where I know I'm going to be in the water. I'll just have to suffer through the foot pain, maybe stop every so often, give the foot a break.
yeah,
But and it's the right foot; it's not the left one, really. Sometimes I think that maybe they ought to X-ray it, make sure it's not a broken bone,
yeah.
because it doesn't matter what.
That's what they did with me. They checked out my foot and stuff like
Well,
that.
they
To make
just
sure
they
that,
just played with it a little bit and said it went. Uh, and it's amazing how it went from where I could walk 10,000 steps to where I couldn't walk 2,000. I mean, it was very quick.
yeah.
And,
Well, I got the special shoes from the VA, and they're heaven. Every year I get a new pair.
yeah. Like I said, I would love to do that, but only good that is that would only last me for 1 year because I don't think I can get them in the Philippines. I might be able to
Yeah,
get the shoe, but I'm going to have to pay for the shoe myself. You know, and I'm willing to do that if they'll let me walk because I enjoy walking.
yeah,
I enjoy, and like I said, that helps keep your sugar down and everything.
yeah,
Now another thing you got to do is probably eat like I did my supper tonight. I had turkey, which there's no carbs in turkey, and green and mixed vegetables. I cooked it together, the leftover turkey and mixed vegetables, and that was my supper tonight. Hey,
yeah.
Chelsea, how you doing, Chelsea? Oh, you got a new video out, okay? But yeah, so yeah, that's I got to start eating more mixed vegetables and meat that are low in carbohydrates. Cut out the like last night I had noodles. That's one of the reasons why my sugar was back up today.
Oh yeah.
Now I didn't eat a lot of noodles. There's times I'd ate twice as many noodles as I did last night. But I got about that much left again still. So I'll probably cook them again sometime. And it'll be with, like I said, mixed vegetables and and some kind of meat that doesn't have any carbohydrates in it. Now last night I cooked it. I fried some spam and had spam, mixed vegetables, and the noodles together.
Yeah.
And because I do like spam. I like fried spam. I got one more can left of that. I got to buy some more.
I'll put a little pineapple on it.
No, pineapple's got. I got to cut that stuff out. I love pineapple juice is my favorite juice,
Yeah.
but that's
But
got a
I'll
lot
put
of
a little bit of
carbohydrates.
pineapple on it, and it won't be so bad.
Oh no, I could eat fried. I could eat spam raw.
Yeah.
I could
I
just.
wouldn't.
Oh, I can. I've done it many times, but I just fry it. I like spam. I mean, some people don't.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's never had it. And they asked me the next time I cook it to let them know they'll come over and try some. And so I told them I would. I haven't decided what I'm cooking this last part of this last can, but I got some ground beef down. I got some pasta that's only supposed to be like 5.5 carbs per serving. Okay, it's a special kind called Greenfield. I guess it got a lot of fiber and stuff that cuts down on the carbs. And so I'm going to cook that up along with the ground beef and some pasta sauce. And maybe I got a chili starter,
Oh yeah.
which gives it a tang. Put that in there, not chili, but and fix all that. Now I'll get 4 or 5 meals out of that. And the boxes are supposed to be like five servings or something like that, but I'll only get like 4. I might get 5, but I'll have that, and I'll eat that a few days in a row.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, but yeah, it just like I said. The more I think about it, the more anxious or excited, however you want to say it, I get about my trip to the Philippines.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to it.
I think I'm a little bit worried about taking my dog to the Philippines, but I think that's what I'm going to do.
Well, if you're going there to stay, take your dog with you.
Well, I'm just going to go temporarily to see Jen.
We
And I'm
got
gonna
Girly
take my
Cena
dog.
coming up. Girly. I don't think that's Girly.
Oh, I don't think so either.
That's somebody else trying to pretend to be Girly. That's
Yeah.
probably that same guy that was up earlier.
Yeah. If you don't know him, don't bring him up.
I know Girly, but they didn't have a picture for one thing. And so, yeah. If they don't have, all right, folks, I'm going to tell you all right now. If you don't have the camera showing who you are, not a picture of you, the camera on you yourself, I'm not bringing you up. We're just going to have to play it that way. I want to see a picture of you moving so we know it's you. And, but yeah, you get these people like this. I've had them before. They come in and they want to come up and cause trouble. See if you can say something that you don't want to say, or see if they can get you. See, the thing is, though, he's playing music. I'm not monetized. It's not going to get me demonetized. I'm not
Yeah.
even trying to get monetized.
Yeah.
A
I
lot of,
think he's more for shock value, if anything.
well, yeah,
You
but some of
want
these people like to see if they can get you demonetized, and they just because they want to show. Oh, look at this! I got this guy demonetized. I got him kicked off YouTube and all this stuff, and it just it's not going to happen. I'm just not going to pay attention to them because, like I said, I'm not monetized. I'm not trying to get monetized. And some of it is, you're right. I've had them come in and they'll put a comment in this thing, and it's like it's a porn site they were trying to send you to. I've had them do that,
Yeah.
and you just kick them out, and they'll come back up and do it again, and eventually they get tired of it. Now, Michelle Life, if you want to come up, you're going to have to show me your picture. I got to see your out. I'll try one more time. We'll try Michelle Life.
I don't.
Because that is her picture.
Okay.
Michelle? Nope. It's that guy again. He's stealing people's names and stuff and just trying to cause trouble. But yeah, that was her picture. If you look at Michelle Lee, you can see her picture. That was her picture. So
What
that's
a
it.
jerk.
No, we're not going to take the chance anymore. That's it, people. Even if they use your picture, I can't bring you up. You just saw what happened here. So, he, like I said, he's just up to mischief. He's just trying to. It's his way of having fun. It's to mess with us. It is. That's his way of having fun. He thinks it's fun or funny to mess with us.
What a jerk.
Oh, yeah, he's a jerk, but that's beside the point. That's his way of having fun. He probably lives in his mom's basement and doesn't have a life. I mean, because if he had a life, he wouldn't be doing this. And that's why I think he probably lives in his mom's basement. He probably doesn't have a job, doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't have a life. So he wants to mess with other people that are enjoying themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't bring anyone else up.
Like I said, if they got their picture up, or their face actually up, not their picture, but I can see who they are. Not by picture, but by movement like we're doing. They're actually on the camera themselves. They're not coming up. And, so it's that simple. We're not going to play that game today. So he can keep playing, but he's going to have to find somebody else to play with.
Yeah. He can play with himself.
Probably what he does most of the time anyway. Like I said, he probably lives in his mom's basement and doesn't have a life. He probably doesn't even work. His parents probably take care of him.
Yeah.
Or if he does work, it's a very low paying job and he's miserable because he can't afford to do anything. I mean, I've been miserable. I've been where I was broke most of the time, but I never did that kind of stuff. But again, I'm not immature. I mean, I've lived in apartments that would make this place look like a mansion, and it's not that good of a place.
Yeah.
I've lived where I've had to have roommates. I couldn't afford to live on my own. I've been in those situations, but I didn't mess with other people.
Right.
So I've had roommates quite a few times at an age where you probably shouldn't have a roommate.
Yeah.
So like I said, I've been poor. But it just, you really got to have no life at all to do what he's doing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And being that it's my channel, my opinion is what counts.
Yeah.
And there's people that have channels and they'll go on and just bash other people all the time. And that's what they do to get clicks, And usually they'll pick out somebody much larger than I am.
He's pretty unoriginal too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of us.
He's an unoriginal bastard, I would say.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, though, you got people like in the Philippines or even here in the States that will go on and they're upset because this guy that does vlog about a lot of the same stuff he vlogs about is much larger than he is. Maybe you vlog about van life here in the States. Or you vlog about Filipino life in the Philippines.
Yeah.
You got 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 people, and he's got 1,000 or two. So he'll pick you out and start saying bad things about you, no matter which way it is, whether it's the van life or the Philippines, just so he can get clicks and maybe get more followers. And that's how. And then he'll pick somebody else out that's more successful doing the same thing, and he'll start bashing them, and to get more clicks. You'll see it every once in a while. You'll see somebody on there, well, so and so, and these are some of the vloggers I follow. I'll see on there, well, so and so, mistreats his wife, or abuses her, or whatever, or he's another one was, well, this guy ran out on his kids, no child support, where his kids are over 18, out on their own, and they were maybe had some problems, but he's since gone back, and his kids and him get along. He goes back and sees them every so often, and they've come over to see him. But just somebody saying, oh, or they mistreat this person, or they don't care about, they ran out of their kids and stuff like that, just so they can get clicks. And clicks, it might get you more followers. And the more clicks you get, the more followers you get. If you're monetized, the more money you get. So that's why they're doing it. It's low life. I mean, like I said, I don't plan on getting monetized. I'd have to grow a whole lot larger than what I am to be monetized. Now, I'm large enough to be monetized. That's not what I'm saying. I got enough followers to get monetized. But I'd have to grow a whole lot bigger than this before I would do it, because to me, to be monetized would be a hassle for me, especially with working full time.
Yeah.
It would become like a full-time job.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want a full-time job. And when I
And
go
you
to
would
the
start the
Philippines,
full-time pay.
I still don't want a full-time job when I go to the Philippines. But like I said, if I get a large enough following, I might do it. But I'd have to get a whole lot larger than I am. And I'm not pushing for it. I don't ask people to, join my, click join. I don't ask for that. I don't think I've ever asked for somebody to, well, please join my channel. I haven't done it. I'm not trying to grow. I don't blame people that want to grow to ask. That's what you should do it if you want to grow. You should be saying, hey, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up and join my channel and follow along. It's just not what I want. I mean, I would love if people follow because they want to. But I'm not going to ask people to join my channel.
Well, if they're not in your community, you don't need them.
Well, I don't have a community. I mean? Yeah, but I don't have a community.
Yeah,
all I have is people that subscribe to my channel. That's it.
You still have a community.
Yeah, but they got community pages. I think I might have set one up, but I've never put anything on there.
It's just undocumented. You have a community.
But I got a lot of the same people come up to my live stream, and a lot of them watch my videos.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got over 1,400. Last time I looked, I was a little over 1,450. Like that's 52 cool. To 56, somewhere in there. And that's good with me. Now some of my videos do real well. I get over 1,000 views, and some of them I'm lucky if I get 50.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
My video on the unboxing of my new toy, I don't know if you've seen it or not. I got myself a DJI Pro 5 action camera.
Oh, wow.
Well, I had a Get Up, Get 2 action camera, but it still powers on, but I can't get into the settings to change anything. And it's got the wrong date on there, and it's like it just won't let me do anything. So it's like, well, and it's old. A Get Up, Get 2 is a very old camera. It's like, and it's not that old for me. I bought it when it was old. I bought it brand new, but they already had to Get Up, Get 3, and maybe even more out already by the time I bought it. You can't even find a Get Up, Get 2 anymore. They're not available. I would have bought another one because I have all this equipment for it, and it won't fit. It won't work. I was hoping it would work with my uh, DJI Action 5, Pro 5, or Action Pro 5, or 5 Pro, whatever they call it. I'd have to look at it again. But no, none of that equipment will work with it.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and bought another battery. It's supposed to be here, I think, tomorrow or Monday. I got some stuff coming tomorrow, some stuff coming Monday. Uh, but it's like I said, they give you 3 batteries. I got a spot for holding 4, so I went ahead and bought a 4th battery. Less than $20 for the battery, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're
And
usually cheap.
then I bought a selfie stick that you could have the stand so you can set it down, stabilizer. I got
Uh-huh.
that coming. But oh, you went dark. You turned your camera off?
Oh no. I was just my girlfriend sent me a picture.
Oh,
So
okay, that's
trying to
fine. I'm just all of a sudden you went dark. I wanted to make sure you knew it.
yeah. Yeah, I was trying to look at the picture. I guess I can't do that without it going dark.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you want to look at the picture. You want to look at the picture. I don't blame you. As
Yeah.
far as I know, Jen's still there. Yeah, she's still there. She goes Jen Mike 27.
She's
She got sunglasses as a
she's
statement.
everywhere. She's my love. She's my sweetheart.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Now she got a
Yeah.
smiley face with a big grin on it. But
Yeah. She makes me smile.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, that's what a girlfriend or a boyfriend should do. That
Yeah.
you know.
That's what I tell her. I said, I'm here to make you happy.
Yeah.
If
Well,
I
the
can't
thing,
make you happy, then I don't need to be with you.
well,
I
I look
make
at
her
this.
happy.
Like I said, I look at it this way: a relationship is a partnership.
Yeah.
I'm not there to control. I'm there to compliment. When I'm with somebody, that's what I want. Somebody that compliments me, who I compliment, and
Yeah.
who wants, who you both want to be together.
And I want to feel lucky to be with them and them feel lucky to be with me.
Yeah. Uh,
That's a big important thing with me.
yeah.
And I got that. I got that.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm so happy.
That's what it takes. Like I said, right now, when I get to the Philippines, I'm not looking for a relationship right away. Jealousy. Yeah. But anyway, says Jen Mike 27 done. Please return new video. But anyway, the thing is, when I first get there, I want to take care of that. That
Oh, I never even
that busy
noticed.
bridge, huh?
Never even noticed.
Oh yeah, I had a bridge. Uh, it was they were attached permanently to the teeth. They weren't the kind that came on and off. And anyway, what happened was the 2 teeth that it was attached to rotted, and I never felt any pain. I still don't feel any pain. I can drink hot coffee, milkshake, anything I want, and there's no pain.
Oh
But
yeah.
they brought it off, and it broke out when I'm trying to remember what I was taking a bite of. Wasn't anything real hard, but it was took a bite of something, and boom, and one side I guess broke first, but I couldn't tell it. And I ate something, and the other side broke out, so both sides brought it off.
Uh,
And I went to check. Give me a second. I'll tell you what's there. It is. Now you won't be able to read this what I got.
yeah. I can't read usually without
Well, I'm
my
just saying though, what this is. I went to the dentist to see what it would cost me if I wanted to fix it here in the States. Now, the one tooth alone to have an implant. All right. Surgically place an implant is $1,700 each. There's two, so they'd have to do two at least. Extract surgical tooth, which there's like at least two, probably three. They're talking about surgery. Like I said, they broke off at the bottom right by the gums, so they got to surgically remove them. The way this reads, each tooth would be $272. Then they want to put some bone in there. And this is the cheapest way, the cheapest one they're talking about. All right. And then they want to do, like I said, that's $590 each. They want to do it twice. Then the anesthesiologist is $105. Total is $5,229. I'm sure I can get that done much cheaper in the Philippines. If not, I know I can get it much cheaper in Thailand.
Yeah.
And there was another one. I don't know what I did with it. There was another one that showed what it would cost if I went where I take these all out and do it where it'd be prepared if I needed to go full upper. Full upper would cost over $25,000.
Yeah.
All right. There was another one they said, and I don't know what I did with the paperwork on that one, but where if I did it to where if I wanted to do the full upper later, it'd be prepared for it. That was over 10 grand. And it's like 10 grand I'd have to work most of next year to pay for that and save the money I want to go to the Philippines.
Yeah.
And if I did 25 grand, we're looking at a year and a half, 2 years. Not doing it. Not doing it.
I hear you.
That's just way too much money when I'm ready to retire. And so I know you can get a lot of that kind of work done in the Philippines for a whole lot less money. I could probably get the whole upper for less than what the cheapest thing they were talking about done. So that's one of the first things I want to do when I get over there. Go see the dentist.
Oh yeah.
Get some cost guesstimates, and if it's ready for me, then that's what we'll do. And in case you didn't see it, because I don't sure know which if you can see both chats. Jen Mike just said thanks, hon.
Yeah.
She said it a couple of minutes ago, actually, but
yeah, I saw that. I've been checking up the chat downstairs.
well, like I said, some people probably won't see both chats. They might be able to, but my phone's not showing both chats. My phones aren't.
Oh yeah.
My computer,
I got the one with Jen and Mike, so I'm good.
All right.
So that's all matters to me.
Okay.
Any other chat's invalid to me.
Yeah. Well, no. If you got that one, that's good. Then you're on the same one I'm on my computer. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
The one on my computer is the one on my cell phone that shows thanks, hon. The one that's on my cell phone with this version doesn't say it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And, but the computer one combines both, so I can see both chats on my computer. But on my phone, I can only see the one that's vertical like we are.
So why is it doing two?
Hang on, let me make sure. I believe that's the right one.
So yeah, that's the right one. So why we got two? I don't understand it.
I messed up and I guess according to StreamYard, some people prefer one way, and they like the phone format, and supposedly maybe help you get more views. And I don't know how it works. I may end up changing it and just getting rid of it and having just one.
Well, I haven't got StreamYard yet. I haven't got that advanced, but I thought about doing it.
Well, you can get StreamYard. You can have, as far as I know, you can have them for free. I've got the paid version only because at one time I used to do live streams that would last 4 or 5 hours. Okay,
Yeah.
and you can only have so many hours free per month, and I was always coming right up against it. So I decided, well, I'll pay for it, and this way I don't ever have to worry about how many hours I'm doing it. Uh, and I had another guy. He's passed away, but he was planning on going to the Philippines as well. Leonard Lund, Lund, and he'd come up almost all the time before he passed away. He was up almost all the time, and him and I could sit and talk for hours about things. And then there was Ed Beck, Edward D. Beck. Now, my understanding, he's passed away,
Yeah.
but Ed used to come up quite a bit. And so a lot of times there would be me and Leonard, Ed, and Dan would come up quite a bit, and we'd get in a gab fest. We go 2, 3, 4 hours, and then Leonard and I would stay longer after
Yeah.
everybody else would drop off. We'd stay and go, anywhere from 4 to 6 hours.
Huh.
So, but you were only allowed like 20 hours a month. And like I said, I was always getting ready to bump up against it. So I paid for the paid version, which also now allows me to bring up more people. I can have, like, counting myself, 9 or 10 people up.
Yeah.
Whereas the unpaid version, I think you get like 4 or 5 beside plus yourself.
Yeah.
But well, TJS, I'm a security guard. My job doesn't pay a whole lot of work. Doesn't pay a whole lot of money, but it pays enough that I live comfortably. And the only reason I'm really saving money is because I'm also getting my Social Security. If I wasn't getting my Social Security, I can live on what I make, but I'd have to really watch what I spend. I spend more than I need to, but I'm still saving quite a bit of money. I was able to get all my bills paid off by working in my Social Security. And I'm not going to say how much money I've already got saved. That's nobody's business but mine.
Yeah.
But it's enough that if I went over to the Philippines right now, I could live for and set myself up. I'd be a little pressed for emergencies. I would have the money, but getting this work done on my teeth would almost wipe out what and it may not, but it would come close to wiping out my emergency fund. But see, then again, I still got all my furniture to sell. I got my car to sell, which will also build up my emergency fund. So
Yeah.
I'm not in bad shape.
TGS has a question for you. Do you use tasers or walkie-talkies?
We use walkie-talkies. I'm in an office building that unless you break the door, you can't get in without a badge. And the only people that have badges are the ones that work there. But the thing I got to do is make sure people don't follow in behind them. We have to go around and do safety checks. You're also in the safety checks. You're making sure there's nothing hazardous laying about, and there's no fire hazards. And you got certain spots you have to go and take a
So
reading.
do you use walkie-talkies?
Yeah, because there's two of us.
Okay. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, like I said, there's two of us, so we use walkie-talkies because we're rarely in the same room at the same time. One of us, when I first get there, the guy I work with, he's there an hour before me. We both work 10-hour shifts. He starts at 7, I start at 8. I come in at 8, I'll take over the main post and he'll go on rounds. Then he'll get done, come back at 9 o'clock, I'll go on rounds, come back and relieve him at 10 o'clock and he'll go set somewhere else. We have two places we set. And then after about 11:30, he'll come back up and let me go to lunch. So then I come back at 12. I let him go at lunch.
Uh-huh.
and then he'll go back to the other spot and set. Yes, but not at the job site I'm at now. Yes, I've had to call the police. Uh, but we won't go into the reason for it. But we did have. I haven't called the police. I'm trying to think. Oh, that one once. We've had to deal with. I've had to deal with the police now. Sometimes I didn't call them. All right, but I've had to deal. I had to call the police once, and I've had the police had to come in because somebody else called them 4 or 5 times besides the time I called them. So then you have them come in and they want to arrest somebody, and that's one of those 4 or 5 times. So but you can't let them go in and arrest them. You have to try to get them to go down and turn themselves in.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's either that or they're going to get picked up after work.
Yeah.
Because I can't stop them from stopping them outside of the building. If they walk out of that building, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I miss that.
But like I said, my job compared to all the other places I've ever worked, this is probably about the easiest place I've worked outside
Yeah.
of the Port of Coleman's. Now, it's a little easier than the Port of Coleman's because at the Port of Coleman's, it didn't matter what the weather was. I had to go outside occasionally to check on things. Yes, I'm from America. I live in New York State. I'm from Indiana.
You ride a Segway? No, I don't think it's got a Segway. That's too high speed.
It would no. No, don't ride a Segway. No.
Oh,
That would be like
that's cheating.
Paul cop.
Mulgard. Yeah.
Well, there was Paul, whatever his name was, the mall guard.
Yeah.
That James, the comedian James, Kevin James, I think.
I know who you're talking about.
I think he's the one that paid Paul, the mall cop. But no, now when I was working in a factory back in Indiana, we had these little yellow golf cart like things. They weren't golf carts; they were smaller than that. But you could have like one person in front and one person could sit in the back. We rode those occasionally. Yeah, like I said, I've done that. I've also worked at places where if we did outside rounds, we drove pickup trucks. The same place where we had that yellow cart that we used inside the building, we had a pickup truck assigned to us because we had, I forget how many, we had a couple of miles that we had to cover outside. And we had something like 15, 10, I want to say 15 or 20 keys on the outside of the building. And we had to drive around and cover all those. And we had a railroad gate that we had to check to make sure it was shut. There was a key there. There was a party house in the back that was for the company. We had to go back and check it and make sure it was secure. There was a gate there to lead you back there, and there was a key there. So we had about 10, I just want to say about 15 keys on the outside. I may be over a little bit, but I think it was around 15. And then, like I said, the inside, we had that as well. But we didn't use the cart too much on the inside. We had 3 guards per shift there. And the only time we really used the cart was on holidays because everybody else would be gone. And we didn't need 3 guards to be at different places. So 2 of us would go in at a time and do the rounds. So one would drive the cart. The other would sit on the back. We had this big old clock that weighed about 5 pounds that you had to take a key, you put it inside the key, turn it, and it would stamp the paper at what time and what place you were at. And there was times we had to go down in the basement, so the guard that was driving would drop you off where you go down, but he'd drive down to where you would come back out and sit and wait on you. And we'd drive all over the building that way. And sometimes we'd go in with just two of us and have the races, see who could go around the fastest. But that was only on shutdown. If the people were working, you couldn't do that because you'd be in their way, so you couldn't do it. You had to walk around. And but like I said, on the outside rounds, we had a pickup truck assigned to us to do that.
Yeah.
But because we had so many, and I've worked at a couple of places where we had outside vehicles. But that was the job. You did what you had to do. But most of my jobs were inside, outside, like I said, outside of the Port of Coleman's, and when I worked at Amazon. I worked in the truck yard at Amazon. I don't know if you'll be able to see everything or not, but you can't. I have a safety jacket that I wear, a winter one and a fall one. And I wear that because of the two ports, the port and Amazon. Because if I didn't wear a jacket, I had to wear a safety vest over my coat because I was in construction areas.
Oh.
Or truck areas. At Port of Coleman's, they built these windmills for the ocean. And so if I stayed in one area, I didn't
those crappy things.
Yeah. But if I stayed in one area, I didn't have to wear anything, safety vest. But if I worked in another area, I had to wear the safety vest, a hard hat, and all that stuff. So most of the time when I stepped outside, I had the safety vest on and a hard hat on, because if you step outside,
those things have ruined fishing.
Huh?
Those things have ruined fishing for people that do that for a living.
Oh, yeah.
Because of those stupid things.
Yeah. Oh, well, like I said, you're working around stuff that may fall off of something, so you better have a hard hat on. There's also the and also people driving. If it's dark out, it makes it easier for them to see you.
Oh yeah.
And then when I worked at Amazon, the truck yard, it was just required no matter what time of day. If you went out, you had to have your safety vest on. And at that time, I didn't have to wear a hard hat. After I left, they started requiring them to wear hard hats. Mm. And actually, it was at Amazon I bought all these safety jackets because there I didn't want to keep putting that safety vest over my coat. It just was uncomfortable. And so I bought the two safety jackets, and then I used them at the Port of Coleman's. And they got a little place here I could clip the fold on. I mean the walkie-talkie on, because at all three places, the Port of Coleman's, Amazon, and where I'm at now, all three places we use walkie-talkies to communicate. Now at Port of Coleman's, I use it to talk to the employers.
Oh yeah.
Let them know if a delivery was coming, who it was for, and to give them a heads up.
You didn't chat with them?
Huh?
You didn't be like, "Hey man, you watching the game tonight?"
No. It was always during the day. But anyway, and then if a delivery would come on board that nobody really had to deal with, but they may have wanted to talk to about something, like the guy, they had the porta potties. So whenever the guy came in to clean the porta potties, I'd let them know they were there in case they wanted them to change one out, because sometimes they'd have them move them around. Or if the guy was delivering the water, they'd have bottled water delivered. I would always let them know, hey, the guy's here. The guy knew where to put it, but I wanted them to know it was there. And the same thing, they would have ice delivered. Just let them know it's delivered. The guys knew where to put it, but if there towards the end, they'd moved a couple of those things, so they had to tell them where to put it after they moved it.
Yeah.
But like I said, if there was steel or because they'd have steel delivered, and certain parts would be made somewhere else and then delivered, I would have to let them know those parts were there so they can go unload it and put it. The driver usually knew where it was going, but they needed a crane to unload it. It was that big.
Yeah.
And then when they were pouring the concrete, I'd had to let them know when they had these. I'm trying to remember what they called them. They weren't concrete trucks, but they were the precision. You pour the concrete into their thing, and they could swing that arm around and pour the concrete way away. Oh yeah, believe me, it was a trip because I mean these things could set 100, 150 feet away from where the concrete's poured and pour it.
Wow.
And the concrete trucks would come in and deliver it to them, and then they would pump it to where it had to be.
Well, no way.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
It's cool.
oh it was cool. And but so
Well,
I
how
had to let
much
them know.
that cost them for that setup?
Oh, I'm sure it cost them a lot. And they would pour once or twice a week. That was it. Everything
Yeah.
else was getting it ready. Yeah. And so I always had to tell them when it was coming, and they would always let me know, "Hey, Larry, we want them over here at this end instead of that end." The normal end was they go to the left when they come in, but sometimes they'd want them to go straight down, and they'd have them go to a different area to do the pouring. And they may only have to go 20 or 30 feet from the site, but you still had to have
Yeah.
it pumped. So they were pumper trucks, concrete pumper trucks, but they weren't the concrete trucks. Those came in separately.
The
And
cement mixers. The
yeah, the
cement
cement mixers,
mixers.
they'd come in and pour it into the pumpers, and the pumpers would pump to wherever it had to go.
Who
And
would have thought
sometimes,
they would be pumping concrete?
oh man, they would go through anywhere from, I'd say, I think the least amount of concrete trucks I ever had come in one day was 4 or 5 full
That's it.
concrete trucks. And I think the most was about 10 in
Wow.
one day to pour the stuff they needed poured.
Yeah.
And that was when they were the busiest when I first started. It was about the 10. Then it slowly cut back. And then that's when they were no longer doing that, that's when I left that job.
Yeah.
And that's when I went to where I'm at now. But I left Amazon, went there, then from there to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And,
So the pumpers were at Amazon, huh?
no, the pumpers were at Porter Coleman's. I
Oh,
went from
okay.
Amazon to Porter Coleman's, where they'd pour the concrete, from the Porter Coleman's to where I'm at now. The Porter Coleman's, it's a port outside of Albany. You got the Port of Albany, then you keep going. I think it's south. You keep going probably another 15, 20 minutes, you get to the Port of Coleman's.
Oh, wow.
And both places are right on the river. And now, the place I worked at was up above the river. You had to walk to the rough area to see the river. Well, I rarely got to see the river because the areas I was in was farther back than, I had to go
You
way
really
out
didn't
of my way
want
to
to
see
see
the
the
river.
river anyhow, did you?
But I was up above the river.
You
And
really didn't want to see the river anyhow, did you?
not really.
You see one, you see them all.
Well, what it is was it was seeing maybe load the stuff onto the barges and take them down. Might have been interesting to see. But when I first started at the Port of Coleman's, my big boss, the one that I worked for there, not the one that was the big boss of the company I worked for, but the one that employed me through my company.
Yeah.
He took me all around the whole place, showed me everything. They had a place that wasn't even in the port; it was in another area that was
Yeah.
storage. They took me there and showed me everything, and it was interesting. It was a very, we had the mayor, I can't remember they had some of the people from the governor's office and state police and all that come out one time because they had a big to do. They were showing what was going on, and all these big wigs from the state and the city and the county there, And I had to show
Yeah.
them where to park and get them. Hey, here's where you gotta go. And so I was outside a lot that day. At least it was actually 2 days. But at least they were nice weather. Nice weather.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be bad weather.
Yeah. This was more during the summertime, so. But I started, like I said, I started there, was in the winter, and then I ended up at the end of winter. I was almost there a year, not quite. And I decided at that time I wanted to take a break. So they would call and say, "Hey, Larry, we got this, they need for a day or two." No, will you give me something? Because it was right before Christmas. You get something, no, I'll do it then.
Yeah.
Will you give me something permanent? So in January, they finally said, "Hey, Larry, we got this place. It's only this many hours, but places keep opening up. You'll get more." So I started off, I was working, like 25 hours a week.
Did
Just
you
three
ever have
days.
to tackle anyone?
No, no,
No.
no, I never had to tackle anybody. I did have to talk a couple of people out of fighting,
Yeah.
but I mean, they were really getting in an argument. Now, you don't get in between them, you
Yeah.
know. And I had to talk to one guy because he was being very uh,
Obnoxious.
harassing another employee.
Yeah.
And so I went and talked to him because they asked me to talk to him and not turn him in. So I went and talked to him. I told him, "Hey, look, so and so is complaining about the way you're talking to him. They asked me not to turn you in, but if it keeps up, I said, I'm going to have to turn you in because you know what you're doing is wrong." He says, "What if you didn't do that?" I said, "Look, if I'm doing something wrong, turn me in. I expect you to." He goes, "Oh." I said, "Look, if you think I'm doing something wrong, you tell my bosses, tell your bosses.
Yeah.
That's the job." I said, "I'm just doing my job." Now,
Yeah.
if you wanted me to, I'd have turned you in because what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
And he left him alone after that. But
Honestly.
yeah, like I said, you just gotta you gotta do your job.
Oh
But
yeah.
you need to be a trying to think of the best way to say it. Richard Cranian,
Oh yeah.
a dickhead.
Yeah.
you know, you got to try to be as polite as you can. Be
Oh
professional.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
try to be authoritarian. Now the people I work with now, every one of the people I work with is a professional.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you got a skate job.
Huh?
You got a skate job if the weather's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a skate job even when the weather's bad because I'm inside. The only thing hard about it is going out and getting your car cleaned off, driving into work in the bad weather because I park in a parking garage. So once I get to work, I don't have to worry about the weather anymore
That's
until I'm
cool.
driving home because I get in the parking garage. I park in front of. There's not going to get any snow or rain on it,
Yeah.
and then I go to work. I go upstairs where I work at, and then I do my job. Then I go home. Now this time of year, it's dark in the morning when I go in. It's dark at night when I come home
Yeah. I hate that.
because I leave my apartment about a quarter after 7 because I got to be there by 8, and I'm usually there by a little after 8:30.
Yeah.
I'm there between 8:35 and 8:40 usually. But you got to have that time in case something car wreck. I've seen wrecks happen behind me,
Yeah.
and I went past one wreck that happened before I got there, but the roadway was clear, and there was people
Well,
dealing with it.
I had to arm up
Uh,
with either a 9 mil or M16A2 rifle.
uh,
So I had to get there an hour before to get my rifle or pistol
uh,
and
I've
arm
never
up.
been an armed guard. Never been an armed guard.
Uh,
Whether it was in Indiana or out here in New York, I've never been an armed guard. Uh, but if I was, they'd pay me a whole lot more than I'm getting paid now. I'll tell you that. I
yeah,
wouldn't be doing it.
I'd feel a lot better. I would actually take a pay decrease just to have a gun.
Not me. Because if I have one, they're expecting me to shoot somebody, and that
No,
that can lead to a whole lot of paperwork.
well, I'm not worried about the paperwork thing. It's
I hate
making it through
paperwork.
alive.
That's the worst thing about my job is paperwork.
Yeah, but making it
Going
through
out and
alive.
going out and doing my rounds, sitting there dealing with the people. That's easy. That's pleasant.
Oh yeah, but you want to make it home alive though. Is the
Yeah.
key.
I've never worked in a place that was that dangerous.
Well, I was in the Air Force and I was
Well,
military
now
police.
hold it. Now, in the military, I carried a rifle, not a rifle. I carried a pistol. I was in the Navy. We carried a 45 on duty,
Yeah,
but we carried ours unloaded.
that
Oh
was
yeah.
probably safer for the Navy guys.
Well, no, we had to train where you could have
Oh,
an unloaded.
you were the Navy.
Yeah, I was Navy.
Okay.
We had to be able to load our 45 and have it emptied within, was it 7 or 11 seconds, from fully empty to fully loaded and emptied in 11 seconds.
Yeah.
So you had to work at it because on the ship, the rifle.
It's too big.
Well, the thing is, you on the ship you're worried about boarding, not so much
Yeah.
from distance. If you're standing your watch, you're worried about somebody trying to board you, and the pistol's a lot better for close combat. That 45 will knock your butt down whether you kill them or not. It's going to knock them
Oh
down
yeah, it'll
in close
take off an
combat.
arm.
So, like I said, we carried. Now, I did train with a 50 caliber.
Yeah.
I did train with a shotgun, right? Shotgun. I did train with an M16, but those are not the things I carried.
Yeah.
The thing I carried was a 45 when I was on duty. And
Yeah.
that's all. That's only when I was standing duty on the at the gangplank where people come on and off. I can't even think of the term, but it's where you come on and off, huh?
Gate.
No, on ship. They have a gangplank that brings you up to the. Been too many years, man. I've been out of the Navy for.
Yeah. That happens. Hey, it's a good thing though.
But yeah, but you stood your watch. Now we had a couple different spots for watches. You had the main one where the people would, if you were coming on board the first time for the very first time reporting on board for duty, you would come on the main gangplank. You come up the main gangplank to the main. Oh God, I can't even think of the term right now. It'll drive me batty.
Poop deck? Poop deck?
No.
Where's the poop deck on the shirt, on the ship?
They call it, I think, a poop deck, but that's not where you report in at.
Yeah, I'd hope not. Poop deck.
But anyway, when you come up, you stop at the game just before you enter. You turn, if you're in uniform, you turn, you salute the ensign. Now, the ensign's a flag. That's called an ensign in the Navy. That's the lowest officer in the Navy is an ensign, and the flag is an ensign. No matter who you are, though, you turn, you salute the ensign, turn to salute the officer of the deck, officer on duty, whether it's a petty officer or an officer, you turn, salute them, tell them who you are, and you're reporting on board for duty. They will take your paperwork, bring you on board, depending on time of day, what they do then. If If you're coming on in the evening, they'll take you to a place where you can bunk down for the night. And usually it's just if you're coming on to be a supply, they'll usually bunk you with supply. If you're coming on as undesignated, what job you're going to have, you'll bunk with a deck crew. And then the next day you report. They tell you who to report to. The next day you report to them, and they give you a work assignment and all that.
Huh.
And if they got you in the wrong bunk area, they'll reassign you to your correct bunk area.
Well, that's nice, though.
My first ship, I was undesignated. I did not have a designated rate. A rate is a job code. Rank is your pay grade. All right. So I didn't have a designated rate.
Did you have your name tattooed on your name on your uniform on your butt too?
The name?
Yeah,
Tattooed
your name.
or sewed?
It's sewed.
Well, I had mine printed with permanent marker. You could have it sewed, which actually looked better. But when we were in boot camp, we did it all with permanent marker. You did it over your back left pocket, and then you did it over your shirt pocket on your right hand side. Last name, then middle, first initial, sometimes your middle initial. When your last name is short as mine, they usually do first and middle initial as well. You see what my name is. Lee's my last name.
Yeah.
Lee L, and my middle name starts with A, so Lee L.A. Now my
Lazy
brother was
Larry.
Lee J. My brother was Lee J.C.
Yeah.
And a lot of people either call him Lee or J.C. And most people that weren't regular mates of mine just called me Lee.
Yeah.
That's the name they see. They see your last name.
Yeah.
And so shipmates, unless they're close shipmates, know you by your last name. Your close shipmates, and they may be in a different division as you, because I had good friends that were I was a ship serviceman. I had good friends that were storekeepers, good friends that were cooks, good friends that were weapons people that I ran around with. And I knew I had a couple good friends in deck. But those all knew my first name. Those guys. The rest of the guys just called me Lee. The other guys would call me Larry.
Yeah.
And talking about Larry Lee, I had a buddy out in town, Paul. I can't remember his last name anymore. We were in San Diego, California. And I was on the Dixie, I believe, still.
I've never been to California.
I spent almost 5 years in San Diego. If you
Wait a
count
minute.
my time overseas,
I
and
take
been
that back.
I spent over 4 years in San Diego, actually in San Diego, over a year overseas. But I was stationed in San Diego, but I'm overseas for over a year. Two different Westpacks.
I was in Washington State, but I never was
Where
in
at in Washington State?
Seattle.
SeaTac?
Yeah.
I was in Tacoma.
Yeah.
TAD to Tacoma.
There was a bunch of
Marie, how you doing?
Aquila and all them other places. They were pretty nice. They had pretty nice. What was it? 305 was a nice road.
Well, like I said, I was TAD. For those of you who are not, Elna Marie, thank you for coming. I see that, and you're also on their cell phone. Let me check something here real quick.
Yeah. Well, I didn't check her out, but I'm not giving her a moderator, though. I don't have the status.
I'm going to give her a moderator.
Oh. Well, how long you plan on staying on, Larry?
I don't know. How long you want to talk?
I don't know.
If I can give her a moderator on this one.
That's all we talk about, I guess. But yeah.
But anyway, like I said, I was TAD, which is temporary assigned duty for those that have not been in the military.
Yeah.
And to Tacoma itself. Now, I was also across the Puget Sound from Seattle in a place called Bremerton.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
All right. I was stationed there. I picked up my second ship, which was a nuclear cruiser in Bremerton, and then we went back down to San Diego after about 6 months. Bremerton is a shipyard.
Yeah.
And then I've been. I'm not done with Washington State yet. There's a little place called Pacific Beach, Washington.
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you had. Pacific Beach, Washington, is a base of about 110 people.
Huh.
All right. It's a base. I can't tell you what they do. Even if I knew, I could not tell you what they do. I don't know. You had to have a security clearance to be there. Be
Yeah.
stationed there. I had the lowest
Well,
level of security clearance.
When I left the military, I had to sign a contract that I wouldn't say anything for 7 years.
Yeah. It's been more than 7 years. And I don't know. As far as I know, they're still there, but still wouldn't
I
say
still
anything.
don't. I still don't talk about
But
it because it's just OPSEC, ComSec security.
yeah. But
You
anyway,
know.
I had the lowest level of security clearance, which allowed me to be stationed there, but it didn't allow me to know what they were doing. All right.
Right.
They wanted, if I'd have stayed in, they were going to upgrade me to a secret security clearance because the building, I had to go to this one building. You had to have a secret clearance to go in there unescorted. Okay.
Yeah.
And I had to go in there every day. So they always had to escort me. And so they were talking about upgrading my security clearance, but I got out. So I didn't get it upgraded. But so anyway, I was stationed there for a little over a year. And that's where I got out at. I was in 78. That's where I was at. Then I went back home and I got out there in October of 78. But yeah, I enjoyed my time in the Navy. I enjoyed my Westpacks.
Yeah.
I mean, on ship, I'm outside of the mainland, United States. I went to Hawaii a couple times. Then been to Japan, Yokosuka, Japan, a couple different times. Been to Okinawa once, which is part of Japan, but it's a different island.
Yeah.
Been to Taiwan a couple different times. Been to Hong Kong a couple different times. Been to the Philippines a couple different times. Actually, about 3 times to the Philippines. First time, I never even got off the ship. We were, that was my first Westpac. We pulled in, and we had a guy getting off the ship. Matter of fact, it was my chief petty officer who was getting off the ship, and he flew back to the States. We picked up a new person who was coming on board the ship, and they offloaded some supplies and took on some supplies. We were in port maybe 4 or 5 hours. And if you weren't on the working party, by the way, the working party is what we call the guys that do the work to bring on or take off the supplies for the ship. That's called a working party. And not a party, but that's what they call it. And so if you weren't on the working party, you had to stay on board the ship. It was a day off. I wasn't on the working party. One of the guys said, "Hey, Larry, we're in the Philippines." I got up, looked out the porthole. And for those of you that don't know what a porthole on a ship is, it's the round window that on the side of the ship, when you see those round windows, those are called portholes. And I looked out the porthole and it's gorgeous green island. And I couldn't go off the ship to see it. And I said, okay, well, I've seen the Philippines. Went back to bed. Now, the next time I went to the Philippines, it was the second Westpac. I was there twice that time. First time we were there about 10 days, maybe a little longer. We left the Philippines. We went to Okinawa, Hong Kong, and then back to the Philippines, where we stayed for about 2 to 3 months. A little over 2 months, not quite 3. And then we went from the Philippines to Taiwan and ended up going from Taiwan to Japan and then back to the States. But yeah, I turned 21 in the Philippines.
That's cool.
No, it's not. You know what the drinking age is in the Philippines?
18.
Yeah. So what good did it do me to turn 21 in the Philippines?
Well, I
In,
don't
in,
know.
in California, now in some states back then, like Hawaii was 18, but California was 21.
Yeah.
My home state of Indiana was 21. If
Yeah.
I turned 21 in either one of those states, I could have went out bar hopping with friends, and I'd have got a free drink at every bar.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't care about drinking
No,
anymore.
well, I,
I
I was a drinker back in those days.
yeah, I drank too, but nowadays, alcohol just does not enthuse me.
I rarely drink at all. Uh, uh, I got a bottle of wine in my refrigerator. This
Yeah.
Christmas will be 2 years unopened. I got it for a Christmas gift. I've
Huh.
never opened it. I'll have to open it and drink it before I go to the Philippines. But
Have to. Have
well, what am
to.
I going to do with it? I can't give it back to the person that bought it for me, and nobody else in my family drinks.
Give it to your neighbor.
I don't know my neighbors well enough to know if they drink or not. I know them to say hi, but that's about it. I know one of my neighbors is a vegetarian.
A vegetarian.
Yeah, she got sent something with meat in it. And she gave it to me because she doesn't eat anything with meat. That's the only reason I know she's a vegetarian. She asked me, "Do you eat meat?" Yeah, here. They sent this to me. You know, I don't eat it.
Yeah.
My other neighbors have changed. They're new neighbors, so I'll probably drink wine. Hey, a glass of wine here and there. Not going to do anything to you. But
Uh,
the last time I had a drink, oh, trying to remember if I had one when I came back from visiting my sister before she passed away, the one in Indiana,
yeah.
or was the trip before that one. I want to say it was the last trip. I went home in June for her birthday. And when I came back, I stopped at this hotel I stay at a lot, and I had a rum and coke. If I knew how big that glass was going to be, I wouldn't have had a rum and coke. It was a lot more alcohol than I wanted. I mean, the glass was bigger than
Yeah.
this. This is a 16 ounce, I think, and it was bigger than this one. Rum
Yeah.
and coke. That was way more drink than I wanted. I'm used to those little glasses. When I went to the
Yeah.
bars, you had that what about 8 ounce glass, that with rum and coke in it. So I mean, you got your money's worth in that thing, but I didn't want that much alcohol. But I
Yeah.
ended up drinking it. Like I said, I wasn't going anywhere.
That's alcohol abuse.
Really throwing it away, really abusing it. But I mean,
Yeah.
I had my dinner, and I had that, and I thought, I hadn't had a drink for a while. Let's have a rum and coke. I have it with my drink, and I'll go back and watch TV, and go to bed. Whew, a lot more than I was expecting. Now, see,
Yeah.
when I get to the Philippines, I don't plan on going to the bars.
Uh, I don't either.
I,
I
I
I don't
mean,
think Jen's a drinker, except maybe around the house
yeah,
she might
like I said,
have something.
if I'm over, if I end up at a friend's place and they want to have something to drink, I'll have a Sam McGill with them or something. But I don't. I'm
Yeah.
not planning on going to the bars and having a drink every night or even once a week. Oh, I got to go to the bar and get drunk, or go to the
Waste of
bar. And
money to me.
it is not something I want to do. I mean,
Well, if
now,
I
maybe
got
go to a restaurant and have a beer with my meal. I might do that once in a while.
yeah,
I
if
don't
I
plan
was
on
with
it, but I might
Jen
do it.
and I was cuddled up by the fireplace, I could see having a little
Wait, wait,
bottle
wait,
of
wait, wait, wait,
alcohol.
wait a minute. What far place in the Philippines are you talking about?
Well, I'm not talking about Philippines though. I'm just saying
I'm
in
talking about when I
general.
get to the Philippines.
Yeah,
Turn the air conditioner off, the fan on, then cozy up with a beer.
yeah,
Yeah, I can understand. I could with the fireplace here in the States. Uh, but no,
cozy, get
it's just not
cozy.
something that I've outlived. I have nothing against it. It doesn't really appeal to me anymore. I was watching this one guy. Mr. Wright in the Philippines. His last name's Wright. So it's Wright, Wright, last name. I was watching one and he was talking about his budget. Now, his budget, I can afford his budget. The lower end budget he's talking about. But I will live less than that because he's talking about going out and having drinks once in a while.
We got a new person in life in North Carolina.
No, that's Monroe. Hey, Monroe, how you doing, man?
Life in
North Carolina is Monroe.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he.
As long as you know him.
Yeah, I know Monroe. His wife was from the Philippines.
Yeah.
I started following him before they got married. And they now have a little girl. And she's not quite a year old yet, I don't think. I remember.
No.
Alice. Not Alice. Alicia, I think.
What's some name with an A?
But they live in North Carolina. And they're down there, so they went to the state fair this year. They went to a couple of, and he does videos on this stuff. And so yeah, Monroe's a pretty cool guy. He lives down that way, and he's saying hello to you in case you can't see it.
Me? How old am I?
No, he said hello to you.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I thought he said he asked me what my age was.
No, he says hello, Mike.
How you doing?
Like I said, his name is Monroe.
Monroe?
Yeah. And so I've been following Monroe for a little while.
Yeah.
I would say probably about 2 years, somewhere around 2 years. Like I said, it was not too long before he got married. Now his wife lived in the Manila area.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So he'd been to Manila a few times. He's got videos of going to Manila and doing things with her family and stuff. And then he'd come back to the States for a while and go back over. Like a lot of guys that, are that do. A lot of guys will go over, meet their girlfriends in person, and spend time with them and their family. Come back to the States, save up money, go back again. And I don't know if you can read this, but Monroe says, "I know your better half, Jen."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Monroe says he knows your better half.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, he's familiar to me now. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get rid of a lot of guys. There were so many guys I had to get rid of that were just not good to have around.
Yeah. But Monroe's a good guy. He really is.
Yeah.
Like I said,
but I slaughtered some probably good people too, but I got rid of a bunch. And I don't have the problems that I was having. I enjoy YouTube now.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I enjoy it myself. It's just I used to let anybody come up, and whether I knew them or not, and then a few people ruined it. So now I'm a lot more careful. So I enjoy it more now than I used to. But it just, like I said, man. What have you decided what you're going to go over? Have you come up with a date yet?
No, I haven't. But
do you have a time frame? Do you have a time frame?
Soon, very soon, within the next 5 or 6 months.
All right, if you do it within the next 6, you'll beat me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because mine is going to be about 7 months.
Yeah. Well, I might even go sooner than that, but at the latest, that's what I want.
The earliest will be at the.
I'm nervous because I'm taking my dog.
Yeah.
I'm not going over to stay.
How long are you going to stay?
I got to talk to Jen about that, but I think it's probably about a few months, maybe
Oh, you're going to
two.
go a few months, yeah. And you can have her check close to where she's at what places will accept pets. LV, LV, LV,
There's
LV.
Elvie.
Yeah, LV Rose Inso's here. She she goes, Guapa, Guapa, Jen,
Yeah.
says Mike.
Hey, my.
She goes,
Hey, Elvie.
Mike. How you
Yeah.
doing, LV? Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm going
Well,
going
Larry,
longer than I was thinking, but
I hate to cut it
I go as
short,
long
but
as I
I
got
have to
somebody
go
to
to the
talk to.
bathroom.
Huh?
I hate to cut it short, but I have to go to the bathroom.
Well, that's all right. If you're coming back, I'll keep going.
All right.
All right. But yeah. Well, I understand that, LV. That's doing the laundry and giving the dog a bath. It can be tiring. Uh, I haven't had a dog in a long time, but I've had dogs. I've had cats, but it's been years. Uh, Shoot, I've lived out here now, what, 29 years I've lived out here. So I haven't taken care, well, I haven't had a dog myself in over 30 years. Now, I did help my mom take care of my brother's dog, but that was at her place, not at my place. And, but I helped her with her dog. Well, it was my older brother Jim's dog, uh, who passed away. My mom took the dog and was taking care of it for the last year before I moved out here. So it's been 29 years since I even helped take care of a dog. I understand that, Elvie. I don't know if I'll be making your live stream, but we wish you well for it. Uh, it's it's already what? What time is it here? Uh, that's it. Only going on 9 o'clock. That's right. We start at 7 now instead of 8 because of where we're at. But yeah, I was just talking about how it kind of makes me anxious and excited with every week that I get closer to going to the Philippines. How I really started looking forward to it. Uh, I am going to get my motorcycle endorsement before I go to the Philippines. So if I do want to rent one, I'll be able to. Uh, just something I'd rather take care of here than in the Philippines. I think it'd be easier to do it here, even though it might cost me more money. But we're going to take care of that. Well, I did. I, I don't. I didn't. I can't say that. I dated a couple of women who had kids, and some were babies. And taking care of a dog is a lot better than changing a baby's diapers. Uh, so that's not something I enjoyed doing. I did it once or twice for a girlfriend years ago, and I do mean years ago. Uh, the dogs, you just got to make sure you let them out when they need to go out for the bathroom. Well, see, I'm not nervous about the travel, LV. So I'm not saying anxious as in nervous. I'm saying anxious as looking forward to it. I'm anxious to do it, excited to do it. So just in case you're wondering what I meant by anxious, I'm looking forward. I'm anxious to do it. I'm anxious to get it going and start. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Uh, Nervous means you're apprehensive. You're kind of, you know, maybe not afraid, but a little afraid is what nervous to me would mean. I'm not nervous. Like I said, I'm anxious, but by that I mean I'm,
You're looking forward to it.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. There's
Uh,
nothing wrong with that, Larry.
oh no! I'm just saying. Elvis says, "Oh, being anxious about traveling is really normal, Sir Larry." I just want to make sure she understood. My anxious is about being excited, looking forward to travel.
Right. Right.
Whereas some people might think of anxious as being nervous. I'm not nervous. I've traveled too much by plane and ship. Uh,
Anxious and anxiety sound a lot
yeah,
alike.
yeah. They are very similar, but one anxiety is apprehensive, whereas the other is more towards excitement. Uh, Apprehensive means you're a little nervous about it. Uh, Maybe not afraid, but you're a little nervous. Am I ready for this? Am I ready to travel that far? I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Now, it may turn out that it's not for me. I've always said that. It may not be for me. Uh, it, but my plan is to give it minimum a year. Yeah, that's a good kind of, and I don't call it anxiety. I call it uh, anxious. But yeah, it's a good kind of anxiety. It's a good stuff. But yeah, it it's just something I am so looking forward to, and I promised myself at least a year, minimum a year before I decide that I can't make it. Because if I don't like Cebu, well, there's other places to check out,
Right.
and I will check out like Dumaguete, Valencia area. There's Iloilo. There's Davao. Uh, there's Leyte, which is where Dan lives. I probably wouldn't live in Bye Bye, but there's areas there. Maybe even Bye Bye. Then there's places in Luzon. Luzon is where Manila's at, but I wouldn't be in Manila. But there's other places. Subic Bay, where I was at in the Navy, is on Luzon.
Yeah.
Clark is on Luzon. Uh, so yeah, there's a lot of different places I'll check out. Cebu's just where I plan on starting. If you want my honest opinion, I doubt if I stay in Cebu.
Oh
I
yeah.
think, oh yeah, I think I'm going to love it at first. I really do. But I think I'm going to want a little bit more uh, quieter location, a little more slower pace of life. So a smaller city. I still want a city, but something smaller, which would be Dumaguete, Iloilo, Davao. It's a large city, but it's more spread out. So I think it'd be a little more laid back. Also, I know a couple of people that live in that area. Uh, so, there's a lot of different places to look at, and they're going to have their own vibe. So, what you got to look for is the vibe that suits you. And that's another reason why I don't want to look for a girlfriend, by the way. I want a place that suits me. I want a
Yeah.
place I feel comfortable that I really like the lifestyle that I'm living. The only things I require uh, is affordability and good health care. That's it.
Yeah. Well, you
Uh,
should be able to get
but to
that,
have good
right?
health, but to have good health care, you got to be in a fair sized city, which is going to have everything else you'd want: a mall to go to, coffee shops, restaurants. They're going to have all that if they got good health care. So that's because some of those places will have all that, but won't have a good health care.
Hmm.
So that's why I said at my age I want good health care, and I don't mean world class like there in Manila or Cleveland Clinic in Ohio or uh, the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's Massachusetts, might be Minnesota. I'm not talking about world class like that. I'm talking about a hospital as good as Albany or Buffalo or
Yeah.
places like that. I want a good hospital. Not too
Hey,
good. I want a good hospital. A hospital
how's
that
your
can take care
weather?
of most of my problems. I may have to go somewhere for specialty, but they can take care of most stuff. That's what I want.
Yeah. We're
And
supposed to get a bad storm here, and we're starting to get a lot of snow.
now, are you still you're back in Pennsylvania, right?
No, I'm in Indiana.
Fort Wayne again?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
you guys are getting hammered. Are supposed to get
yeah,
hammered.
yeah,
Yeah, I've been checking out India. You know where my family lives in Indiana.
yeah.
I've been checking out the weather back there. They got some snow, and they're nothing like you guys are getting. They're supposed to
Yeah.
be in that 2 to 4 inch belt.
Well, that's not a whole lot. That's
No,
not.
but it is for my part of Indiana. I mean, it's not death defying. I mean, but 4 inches can be a bit of a problem in my part of Indiana because they don't get 4 inches a lot. A couple inches, no problem.
Yeah.
But the more you get, and is it going to be all snow or is it going to be sleet?
Yeah.
Because they're in that area there, you know. Uh, see, when I lived back home as a kid, I can remember winters getting no snow at all. Okay, in my area,
Yeah.
I mean none. The whole winter, no snow. Now we always got ice, but we didn't always get snow. But I can also recall getting 5 foot of snow, you know, as a kid. So
Yeah.
you just don't know what you're going to, because we're farther south than you guys, and the lake effect doesn't reach us as much. So you don't get a lot of lake effect, but
Huh.
you do get the regular snow. And I guess the way it's coming, it's not really lake effect in my area. So it's going to be that heavy, wet snow.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide what it's doing out there.
Well, we got snow yesterday, and it started Thursday night, and not even started Wednesday, but Thursday night's when it actually started the most. We got some spitting snow Wednesday, but nothing really. It was all gone by Thursday morning. But Thursday night into this morning, it covered my
Yeah.
car. My car was covered completely.
Yeah.
And Thursday, but I got up today. It was starting to melt today. Now it's gone. It's cleared off the car. I went
That's
out.
nice.
I went out and took off the last little bit of it. It wasn't much at all, and just so it wouldn't freeze tonight. And it's gone. You know, but that doesn't mean tomorrow won't be a hassle. We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but we're not getting now north of me. Like I said, my relatives live up around a place called Batavia, and that's where my brother-in-law is at. My nephew's just outside of Batavia. Now they're supposed to be getting snow between here and there. They're supposed to be getting some snow as well
Yeah.
because Batavia's about halfway between Rochester, New York, and
Well, I
Buffalo.
started up my snowblower to make sure that it would start and make sure I had gas because I want to get out of the driveway. Once I get out of the driveway, I should be good.
Well, yeah, especially if they plowed. You know, if they
Well,
plowed,
I don't think they plow. It's just that the car's running down the snow and packing it down.
okay.
You know, but I got that Outback, so I should be good. I just don't like taking my car out in the snow though. I don't want it getting wet. I don't want it to rot.
Well, by living in an apartment, I don't have a parking garage.
Right, but I got a garage. I got a garage. I'm probably staying here until I die.
Uh, me, I'm done with the states. I can live on just my Social Security more comfortable than I'm living right now working.
Oh yeah,
And
the thought hasn't crossed my mind either about moving to the Philippines, but I don't know. I just can't give it that final oomph. If I'm with Jen for a while, she might be able to talk me into it.
yeah,
But
well, you know, you're young enough that you can wait a while. I'm at the age if I'm going to do it, I would need to be doing it.
well,
You know, I would have loved to have done it 10 years earlier, which is still
right,
I would
right,
still be older than you. But the thing is, uh, well, let's be honest about it. My mom died this year in March.
yeah.
I
You
really
told
didn't
me
want to go.
about that. You
I
told
didn't
me
really
that
want to go
too.
before she passed away,
Right.
unless I went 20 years or more ago when she was in a lot better health. Uh, 10 years ago, her health was starting to go downhill. That's when
Yeah.
it started. And where you started noticing it. All right. It was about 10 years ago. My mom had a slight case of dementia, and I do mean slight case because there was times she'd remember everybody. And for me, every time I went home, except for the last time,
Yeah.
she knew who I was. Now, she might not remember I was there the day before, but every day, every time I went in to see her, which I went in to see her every day I was home, I went in
Yeah.
to see my mom. And every time she would remember me. Now, like I said, sometimes she didn't remember I was there the day before, but she remembered who I was. The last time, she kept asking me, "Who are you now?" She didn't remember me. And so that made me really sad. But that was the last time when I was home and she didn't remember me.
Yeah.
Uh, she passed away at 99, and she always said she didn't want to live to be 100, so she got her wish. Uh, so yeah, uh, and then what really bummed me out because, like I said, I was expecting my mom to go. Her health wasn't that great, and she was always falling. She was really going downhill. So you kind of expected it. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
two sisters, I wasn't really expecting, and of the two, the one that died first is the one I didn't expect the most between the two. Both of them were in bad health, but I thought my one sister was making improvements. She seemed to be getting better. And the other sister, when my brother-in-law called me to tell me about his wife, my oldest sister, I thought he was calling to tell me about my next to the oldest sister. I figured they called him and to let him know. And he said, "Well, don't worry about Larry. I'll get a hold of Larry. You let everybody else know." That's what I was thinking when he told me. He called and said he had bad news, and but it was turned out it was his wife, my oldest sister. And then 2 days later, my next to the oldest sister passed away. Just 2 days apart, man. So that was August was a really tough month. The end of August, both funerals were in September. But it was a really tough month in August, and
Yeah.
so yeah, our was Wanda's funeral.
Yeah. My dad died about 3 months ago, and it seems like yesterday.
Oh yeah, well, my father passed away in 1980.
Wow. That was just man. That was just seemed like a stone throw ago.
Yeah, but my older brother passed away in '86,
You know,
and nope, take it back, '87. It was in '87.
1987.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was 37.
Oh wow. He was a young guy.
Oh yeah, and then my younger brother passed away in 2015, and he was 56. So I've outlived both my brothers and two of my sisters and both my parents. But I shouldn't say that. My father, not my mother. My mother, if we're going by age, I have a long way to go to outlive her. And if I
Yeah.
got my health, if I have my health, I'm more than willing to do it. If I have my health,
Yeah.
I have no qualms about sticking around to 150 if I have my health. I mean, some people would, but that'd be cool. Could you imagine somebody say, "Well, I'm 120, I'm 150."
You never know with
Well,
technology.
you don't. Like I said, as long as I got my health, I'm willing to be around. Uh,
Technology now, they might be able to keep you alive for a lot longer than what they used to.
oh yeah, uh, but yeah, it just like I said, it just I'm just tired of the ice and the snow and the cold, and I'm tired of working. And there's places I can live in the United States on just my Social Security,
Right. Well,
but
but they're not a good probably area and stuff like that.
they're
It's
not always
probably
the safest areas.
No,
Uh,
no.
and do they have the health care I want?
Yeah. See, I don't really have to worry about where I am. That they haven't come across the bridge yet
Uh,
for all the crime wave and stuff like
well,
that.
well, I can live in my hometown, but it's not the best place to live. It's not the worst place in Indiana,
Yeah,
but it's far from the best.
yeah,
But they do have the health care I'd want. They got a couple hospitals and they got a VA clinic. All right. But it gets cold, it gets snow, it gets ice, and that's stuff I don't want.
yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame
Yeah.
you. I was trying to explain that to her. It gets cold. It gets cold. It gets real cold. But
It'll take her a while to get used to it.
yeah.
Because I mean you
Well, she's been in Korea. She's been in Korea,
yeah, but
so
I don't know. Well, certain parts of Korea probably get. Has she been there
yeah,
during the winter?
yeah. Right now,
Uh, oh, she's in Korea right now.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. But she's gonna head back to the Philippines, and when that happens, I'll probably meet up with her.
all right. Yeah, but so yeah, she's experienced. I don't know if she experienced the snow and stuff that
Oh
you'll get
yeah,
where you're at.
yeah. She's gotten snow because I
But
asked
then
her about
I'm talking
that.
about the snow that we can get in snowstorms.
Oh
I don't. She might get that in Korea. I don't know. I know
well,
they get snow, but I know they get cold. But
I don't
is
think
it
it's
on the
really.
same? Is it on the same as our worst? Is their worst
No,
on the same level as ours?
ours isn't that bad compared to what they get, I think. Because I remember they were making snowmen and stuff like that down at the gate and
Yeah, but
stuff like that.
but you can make snowmen with 6 inches of snow.
But I know there was a lot more snow than that. It was
Okay,
bad.
I'm just saying though, because I've done it with just 6 inches. We made snowmen,
Yeah,
kicked up most of the snow in the yard, but you can do it.
yeah.
We made snow forts and everything else with a foot of snow. But I was down in Louisiana, down in New Orleans one year, and
Yeah.
a friend of mine was doing went down for a conference. Uh, uh, they're a teacher, they're a college professor, and they went down for a conference, and they were looking. And also, I had a couple of interviews for a full time position because where she was working at, she wasn't on tenure track. She worked there before she got her PhD, but she got her PhD
Yeah.
and went on tenure track. And so we went down to New Orleans and took her whole family. We went down, and this is just a friend. We've never been anything but friends. We've known each other for over 35 years, and we went down there, and I was in my hotel room watching TV, and I had my own. They had a suite, but that's where her and her family's at. I had my own hotel room. It was getting late, and I had the TV on, and they were talking about Buffalo, New York.
Oh
Had
yeah.
seven, got 7 foot of snow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, my sister and my brother-in-law lived about halfway between Buffalo and Rochester. So I called my sister to see how she was doing. And she goes, "Oh, we didn't get any snow because it was just at that angle. That lake effect went through a certain angle, buried Buffalo, 7 foot of snow." That year, Rochester made the national news for not having snow. You know why?
Mm.
Well, every year around that time, I don't know if they still do it or not, but they had what they called the Winter Festival,
Uh,
and they'd build up snow flakes so the little kids could ski down these little uh, slopes. Real small stuff, but entertain the family.
yeah.
And they had to have the snow trucked in from Buffalo
Well,
because they
I
didn't
hate
have
to
any
leave
snow.
you. I hate to leave you, Larry, but I'm gonna go and take off. I got some stuff I gotta take care of.
All right, you go ahead, man. We'll talk to you some other time. Thanks for coming up.
Uh,
I'll
no
probably shut down
problem.
here in a couple of minutes.
All
Like,
right.
as long as I got somebody to talk to, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. Well, I'll
So,
see you next week.
all right, man. I'll be up again on Saturday next week.
Uh
All right.
huh. Bye.
All right. Take care, man. All right, everyone. Unless somebody else wants to come up, I'll be shutting this one down here in just a couple of minutes. Uh, and if no one wants to come up, let me go ahead and thank each and every one of you for coming, giving me a thumbs up. Uh, so I really do appreciate that. Also commenting. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday in the Philippines, a great Saturday night here. I hope next week treats you all very well. And we're going to try to do it. Well, we will do this again next week. I'll have a little more information about what's going on in my life. I'll try to talk to a couple of people, find out if I can do what I want to do. And I'll let you know about that. I'll also check into how soon I can get that schooling done for my motorcycle endorsement so I can get the endorsement done. I know it'll take 10 to 14 days to get the new license once I apply for it. My licenses are still good. They're good for a few more years. But like I said, I want to be able to rent a bike in the Philippines. And I don't want to have to take the training in the Philippines. I'd rather do it here. And I see you're still here, Jen Mike. So we want to thank you for that. And, oh, okay. I just noticed that. But yeah, anyway, I hope everybody's having a good time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your time with your family and your friends. Thank you, Jen. We appreciate you coming. And bless you as well, you and Mike both. So anyway, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I want to thank you all for coming. Remember now to be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, as always, have fun. Bye, everybody. Love you. Take care.